Good morning everybody, Samantha White here, and today I'm going to take you guys on a little field trip and we're going to go grocery shopping. So grocery shopping for me starts at home. Before I go and buy anything, I check what I need and I get bags and jars ready to take with me. So a lot of the shopping I do is from bulk bins, and I bring my own containers instead of using the plastic bags that they have there. And I bring bags for my produce as well. Now it's summer here in the Northeast, and so right now I'm getting a CSA share every week. So a CSA share is just a share of vegetables you get from a farmer. So you pay an upfront cost for it, and then you get a weekly share for however many weeks during the summer months. So currently I've been getting that every Wednesday, which means that when I go grocery shopping, I don't have to buy as much produce. I always double check what I still have in the fridge from my CSA, and then I check what's in my pantry for as far as like dry goods go and what do I need to grab. So I like to make this really easy for myself by having this bag here all week, and as things get empty, we just put them in the bag, so then I know exactly what we need to get and I don't have to search and wonder if I'm forgetting anything. And then this bag right here on the floor is just a bag full of bags. We are on our way to the grocery store with all of our bags. So my first stop is produce. I mentioned that I get a lot of produce from my CSA, but I do not get a lot of root vegetables. So I like to pick up lots of potatoes and sweet potatoes and onions just so that I have those on hand, because they are some of my favorite foods to snack on. And they just make a great addition to any meal, really. I also like to pick up some fruit. I have been trying to broaden my horizon on fruits, and since there are local peaches and apples and blueberries available, I like to just get a couple of them to have throughout the week. I do have a lot of options when it comes to local, organic, and unpackaged produce, and I'm very fortunate about that. But since I do get so much produce through my CSA, I generally just stick to getting a few items at the grocery store. This week, that item was mushrooms, because I can get local shiitakes, and they're some of our favorite, but lots of weeks I pick up summer squash or zucchini. Yeah, I think we're gonna try these just because they're local, and we came here with no list. There are also lots of options for unpackaged baked goods, and we couldn't resist a blueberry muffin. And then I picked up cream, which comes in a glass bottle and is local. Other refrigerated items like eggs and cheese we tend to buy at the farmer's market this time of year. Next up are the bulk liquids, which is why I bring jars, because liquids don't go so well in cloth bags. The first thing you have to do when using jars is to weigh them so that you can get the tare weight, and be sure to document the PLU number of whichever item you've chosen to buy. For liquids, I choose to write the PLU number and the weight in my phone so that it's easy for me to look up when I get to the cash register. Whoa, 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 time out. What did I just say? If you're a little confused about what I just said, that's totally normal. Let me clarify real quick. So I've been talking about two things here. One, I'm talking about the PLU number, and two, I'm talking about the tare weight. So PLU stands for price lookup, and that is a number that is given to a bulk item so that you can take it up to the cashier and they can look up the price of it. Basically, that's the number that you give the cashier so that they can identify what's in your container and weigh it accurately. A tare weight has to do with the weight of your container when it is completely empty, so when there is nothing in it. The store I shop at has scales throughout it so that you can take your own container, as long as they're clean, you can weigh it on the scale, you get that initial tare weight, so the weight of the jar with nothing in it, then you go fill your container up and get the PLU number from the item that you actually wish to buy. By doing this, the cashier can then take the tare weight off of the items that I want to buy so that I'm not paying for the weight of my jar. Now I should say that not all stores will do this. I've been to stores where they just don't have the function at the cash register to do a tare weight, or they don't allow you to take in your own containers. I'm very fortunate that the store I go to does allow me to take in my own containers and actually encourages it, but I double checked with the cashiers before I did that the first time. So always go and ask your cashiers just to make sure you know your store's policies. Okay, now back to watching me buy vanilla. Today I grabbed vanilla and olive oil from the bulk liquid section, being sure to write down the PLU number and the weight of my empty containers. Then I grabbed some apple cider vinegar in a glass bottle. This apple cider vinegar is local and I choose it over the bulk apple cider vinegar because that is actually filled up using gallon plastic jugs. After I've got all of my bulk liquids, I move on to the dry bulk goods section of the store. I tend to use jars a lot with dry bulk goods as well as liquids just because it saves me the step of dumping the dry goods into a jar when I get home, but this could definitely be done with bags as well. I do the same thing here as I did for the liquids. I weigh my containers and then I write down the tear weight and the PLU so that the cashier can see it. One thing I do a little differently when I'm picking up dry goods is that I bring a funnel so that I can easily scoop the dry goods into my jar without there being any spilling. All the bulk liquids where I shop tend to have a spout that easily pours into a jar without spilling, so I don't have to worry about it so much for liquids. Often when I'm doing dry ingredients, I'll write the PLU and the tear weight directly onto the jar using a grease pencil. The exception to this is if the dry bulk goods happen to be a dark color, because then the cashier wouldn't be able to read the writing, in which case I would write it in my phone just like I did for the liquids. I find that doing it this way just makes everything clearly marked and easy to use, but there are many ways that you can label your jars. The store I shop at has a large variety of bulk bins, and so the majority of items I buy that aren't produce are from the bulk section. Today I ended up getting 2 types of sugar, 2 types of trail mix, some pasta, and some green lentils. Some people would just use a bag for this. But I like food of danger. I even grabbed some bulk coffee, which I was able to grind using the grinder that they have available. And then the funnel made its final appearance when I was grabbing some loose leaf bulk local tea. Did it. So that's all of our grocery shopping is done. That's all we need for the entire week, and unless we forgot something, which, you know, happens, we don't have to buy any more groceries at all. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, you could always like the video and even subscribe to my channel. And as always, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye! Does that make sense?